What is up, guys, and welcome back. We are here with Chris once again. Today we're going to be talking about Astral Radiance. We're kind of going to be taking a look at what we know so far about the set. Even though we don't have a confirmed set list, we will be doing a top 10 cards in the set like we typically do when we have a fully, confirmed set list. But we do have confirmed what's going to be in the set and kind of speculative cards from the different Japanese sets that this will comprise. So we wanted to do a bit of a review slash preview slash prediction video on what our thoughts of the set are so far. This set will be coming out May 27th, and it will be comprised of 3 different Japanese sets. Again, we have Battle Region, which was like a specialty set that came out about a month ago now, I feel like. We also have Time Gazer and Space Juggler. Those are like companion sets that are going to be coming out, I think, in like a week, like early April.
Oh, wow.
In Japan. And then those 3 sets will make up the English Astral Radiance. So the hodgepodge Japanese smash it all together for English sort of thing happening again.
Yeah.
For this set. But this set does at least seem, apart from the weird Darkrai being shoehorned in there, it does seem like it actually has a theme to it, and I would argue that the theme is Hisuian Pokemon. So most of the kind of secret rares, V-Stars, everything we're seeing, the confirmed cards we know so far are Hisuian versions of Pokemon from the new game, Pokemon Legends Arceus. So you have Typhlosion and the other starters in their Hisuian forms. You also have, like I said, the shoehorn Darkrai, which is a little weird. Doesn't seem to fit the mold. But then you have the legendaries, the Dialga and Palkia, in their Hisuian forms as well, in terms of V-Stars, and I'm assuming we'll get alternate arts based on those Pokemon, and Rainbow Rares, and maybe some gold cards and stuff of that nature. So very heavily kind of influenced by that new game that came out, which makes sense. I mean, new game hype, added to the card game as fast as possible to pull people in. And so what do you think? What do you think of that as a theme? Like, how do you feel about it basically focusing really hard on that new the new Hisuian forms?
I mean, yeah, this is, Pokemon Legends Arceus, the set, you know what I mean? Like, it is a compilation of a lot of really cool stuff from Pokemon Legends Arceus. I don't think this will be the last time we see stuff from that game in the TCG this year.
I'm still hoping for a Hisuian Arcanine alternate art, because if Arcanine's going to get an alternate art, it's going to be its Hisuian form. I've come to terms with that, even though I would love the original form, but I understand. I just want him to have an alternate art, so I'll be happy about that. Hopefully, we see
right.
That.
But I think it's really cool. From what I've seen so far of stuff that could potentially be in the set, it looks awesome. A lot of the full arts look really nice. The Rainbow Rares, the character full arts are pretty solid. Even just some of the regular Vs and even, the V-Stars look great. There's a couple of like those weird ones, like the Darkrai one, though I imagine we're still seeing some sort of representation from Diamond and Platinum remakes that came out a few months ago. So I imagine there's still a bit of that influence kind of, petering in here a little bit, but all of it looks really cool. I like it.
So a couple of things that are super awesome, in my opinion, is this set, as well as Brilliant Stars, will have 30 cards in that trainer gallery slot. So it'll hopefully be just as fun to open as Brilliant Stars was, because of those trainer galleries. Yep. Cool. I think Battle Region had new trainer gallery cards that came out in that set, as well as we still haven't seen all the trainer galleries from the other special set that came out prior to Battle Region. So there's lots of trainer gallery subset cards that still need to make their way to English. So I'm assuming the next like 3-4 main sets might have that as like a mainstay, which would be really awesome, because I think they're really cool.
Dude, if we could have a year of trainer gallery sets, I think that would be a great year for the Pokemon TCG.
Yeah, and it just really helps to boost the perception of pull rate. You know,
It does.
even though the pull rates are still a lot tougher than they were like back in the day, for a lot of like just completing sets and stuff, and there's just more cards in general. It's still really fun to pull, you know, a full art in a non-hit code pack. The other thing that's super interesting is that we haven't seen shiny Pokemon since like a shiny Pokemon subset since Shiny Fates.
Yeah.
And this set seems to have a very small subset of 3 cards they're calling Radiant Pokemon, but basically they're shiny versions of particular Pokemon, and it looks like we have Greninja, Heatran, and Hawlucha. And those look really cool. The Japanese versions of them look awesome because they have like this cool hollow pattern across the top, and then obviously the artworks are the shiny versions of them. We don't know what they'll look like in English yet, but I'm sure they will look pretty awesome in English as well.
Definitely.
But yeah, that's really cool to have a very small but still, you know, their kind of shiny subset. I think the composition of the set is cool, apart from a couple of outliers. I think it'll probably be very fun to open, especially if you're into the new Pokemon Legends Arceus Hisuian versions of the Pokemon, because it's very focused around that. But I guess we should talk about like where do we feel like at this point this will stack up, you know, to Brilliant Stars or to other Sword and Shield sets. Just a really speculative, like pre-ranking in our mind.
Me, you know, I'm hoping to definitely get some for sure. I've not played Pokemon Legends Arceus yet, so I don't have that same connection to a lot of the newer Pokemon that are in here, or you know, the alternate, you know, region specific forms and stuff like that. But overall, it looks great.
Yeah, I guess that is a bit of a problem if you're going to release something so soon to the game that just came out, is a lot of people may have not had a chance to play it yet. So yeah, I get that. That is an interesting thing. But I mean, they have a new game coming out at the end of the year because they're just pumping games out every single year now. So obviously they have to put this out as soon as possible, to not bump up against, you know, the other new game that we're probably going to get Fuecoco, you know, cards and stuff for next year.
Yeah. If it's true that there is another trainer gallery subset in here, that just kind of sold it for me.
Yeah.
You know, I was already like pretty hyped on this set, you know, and then if there's that in there too, then awesome. Let's go. It also doesn't seem like a fairly large set of cards. I could be getting this wrong. Oh, but
it looks
I also
like it's 180 before the secrets. So it's not as big as like Evolving Skies, but it's still kind of in the same kind of realm, depending on how many secrets it has.
And then you got to get all the reverse hollows, and
it's still ridiculous.
Yeah, it's still
it might be slightly better, but it's still kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a hot take here. I'm gonna do a hot take.
Oh,
this set, to me personally, screams Rebel Clash. And whether or not you think that's a good or bad thing, I think it screams Rebel Clash to me because it's entirely the cornerstone of the set is new forms of Pokemon that were released in the game. And Rebel Clash was highly dependent on the Sword and Shield Pokemon. Like when that came out, all of the secrets and everything are all Sword and Shield Pokemon. And to me, this is very similar because you're hoping that people, one, liked the Hisuian versions of the Pokemon that you made, which I think, to me, it's kind of hit or miss on, you know, which ones I like and which ones I didn't. And then on top of that, you don't, apart from Darkrai, as far as I can tell, you don't really have any other secrets or ultras that might appeal more to someone who didn't like maybe majority didn't like the Hisuian versions of the Pokemon. So
but that Starmie full art though, that Starmie
the Starmie
full art
Misty.
though, yeah.
I think it's it'll be interesting. I kind of foresee it being one of those, like, some people are gonna really love it because they're really attached to the game and they thought Pokemon Legends Arceus was the best thing since sliced bread to happen to Pokemon video games, and they're gonna love this set. And then there's gonna be some people who didn't like Pokemon Legends Arceus, aren't a huge fan of, you know, the Hisuian versions of the Pokemon that they grew up with, and they might not be as attached to this set when it comes out. So it's going to be like, I feel like it's going to be a love it or hate it kind of set for a lot of people. Where I feel like Brilliant Stars had a little bit for everyone, although it, you know, it had a lot of Charizards, but it also had Arceus, so it was hitting the Gen 4 crowd, it was hitting the Gen 1 crowd, and then it had a lot of stuff in between Gen 1 and other, you know, Pokemon. I felt like it was a much more broad set that could bring a lot of people together. Feel like this one might be a bit more, people are going to gravitate toward it or away from it based on their personal preferences.
I can see that. I can see that, definitely.
Overall, I'm kind of hit or miss on it. That's why I was kind of making that point before. And I'll open, you know, ETB and a booster box and stuff for the channel, but I won't go as hard into this one probably as I did Brilliant Stars.
For me, it'll really depend on what the trainer gallery cars are.
True. If they
that'll really make or break. Like,
imagine the amount of people that'll be pissed if they add the Leon Charizard to the trainer gallery in this. They just can't get away from Charizards, man.
Also, isn't the and I correct me if I'm wrong, is the Red and Pikachu VMAX not in a set yet?
Nope, the V or the VMAX. So, which is interesting because they put a Pikachu and Raichu full art in Brilliant Stars, but they didn't add those to the trainer gallery. And same with all the Charizards, they didn't add the Leon Charizard to that. So it's like, if they add the Pikachu character rares and the Leon Charizard character rares in here, that could balance the set in a way where you do have those Gen 1ers, you know, going for the trainer gallery because of the Pokemon included, and then you have the new. Yeah, they could do something like that.
Well, sneaky beaky like that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Who knows?
That could be interesting.
Yeah, true.